Hey, I'm finna go ahead and jump right into this because the Lord told me to get this out immediately. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I just got out of prayer, and while I was in prayer, the Lord said, "Come, walk with me." So I'm like, "Okay, God." Then he asked me, "Can you see me? Come, walk with me." So in the spirit, when he said, "Can you see me?" from the back, the calves down to the ankle, from the back side of him, I saw his legs again. I saw them feet, them legs. And he's like, "Come, walk with me." So in the spirit, I could see us walking. Like I'm following behind him, and I'm looking at his feet. It's like I'm in first person view, and we just walking. So as I'm walking with him, I don't know where we was going. To be honest, I really didn't care. But then he tells me, "Anoint me." Now, when he said that, I said, "Lord, I'm not worthy to anoint you. Like, nah, I can't do that. I'm not worthy enough for that." He said, "Anoint my feet and kneel before me." Now, when he say do something, I do it. So, in the spirit, that's exactly what I did. I knelt before him and anointed his feet. Now, while I'm doing this, he says, "Before me, worship me. I have something. I have something you've been asking for. I have something. I have something before me." He says, "I have something. Before me is life, joy, peace, happiness, everlasting rule." Now, when he said everlasting rule, I was like, hold up, God, hold up. I need you to tell me exactly what you mean by everlasting rule. God replied, "In me, rule supreme." I said, "God, how does a human being rule in supreme correctly?" God then replied, "In order to rule supreme as a human being, one must come before me. Seek first the kingdom as man, then you'll understand." Now, when he told me that, I had to think about it for about 2 minutes. Let me break this down. Jesus is both God and human in the flesh. When Jesus came to earth, he set out with one task, and that was to do the Father's will. Jesus, as man, submitted to God's will and authority, and in doing so, gained supreme authority. Before him is also authority. Keys. What type of keys? Keys to unlock what was stolen, lost, or hidden before you. Keys to drive you to destiny, purpose, and his will for you. Keys to grant you access to things that you never had access before. You never had access into getting to. God said, "Go tell the people to go to where they can hear me speaking. Go to the people where I am at so they can hear what I need to tell them. Because there's always a caveat to what God says. If you do this, this won't happen. If you don't do this, this will happen. So God says, if you go and do what I'm telling you to do. Because I asked him in prayer, I said, God, what do I need to tell the people? And he said, go tell them to go to where I am speaking. I said, okay, God, I will tell them that. But what happened if they don't listen? But I need to tell them what will happen if they don't listen. He had me covered. He said, if they do not listen, there will be even more calamity. Now, I made a video like this before. This is the second time I made a video like this. I made a video before and it talked about calamity. Go watch that. It's on my YouTube channel. All you gotta do is go type in Journey. That's spelled Gerknee. The video will be there. Hear what God is saying. Hear what God is saying through his prophet. Hear what he's saying. He says, if you do what he is saying, you don't have to worry about anything. He says, if you do what I'm saying, if you go to where the people are truly speaking what I'm saying, I will give you rest. When David was running, he hiding in that cave, and after he got done with all the roaring around that he was doing, No. Not David. Not David. My apologies. Thank you, Holy Spirit. When Solomon, his son, took the reign after David got done with all that warring and he passed away. When Solomon took over, there was rest, which means there was no attacks from the north, south, east, west, beyonder, yonder, however you want to say it. There was rest. God says, if you do what I'm saying, I will give you rest. I don't know about y'all, but there's people panicking around here. The head is on a swivel. They paranoid. I would much rather be in rest than to be like other people out here. So if you listen, God says, I will give you rest. If you don't heed the words of my mouthpiece, you don't heed the words of prophets, and there's more prophets and prophetess and apostles and other people that I know have spoken and said, go get up under people who God are really speaking to. I know they out there. I know they're speaking. I've heard their messages. I've heard other people's messages. So get up under the people who really speaking what God is saying. And he says, I will give you rest. But if you do not listen, you will have calamity. But he says even more calamity. My prayer is that people take heed to what God is saying. It's simple. God says, you do. But it's either y'all gonna do what God says or y'all gonna deal with the consequences. Please do what God is asking you to do. We already in enough calamity. It's already enough stuff going on. Y'all want it to end? Do what God is saying. Do what God's saying. Rest. Don't do what he's saying. Even more calamity. Hey, I'm off this thing. As my wife say, I love you all with the love of Christ. Until next time, you know the drill.